Hi everyone, Natasha here, and around my home today I am in the dining room to give you my final update on my February focus on self-care and how everything went this month. So let's dive in. First off, this past week was kind of a topsy-turvy roller coaster type month or week. Monday and Tuesday, I felt like things were going along really well. I was keeping up with a lot of the housework, which felt really nice. It was sort of that, treat when I'd come home or come back in and at the end of the day and everything would be in much better shape. Then Wednesday, well, part of the problem, and this is what I was going to talk about too, is my sleep this week has not been so good. So going to sleep has been fine, but I think 3 or 4 nights so far this week, I've woken up anywhere between about 12:30 and 2 or 2:30 in the morning. Sometimes I fell back asleep, like if I woke up at 12:30, I fell back asleep more easily. But Tuesday night, I woke up at, Wednesday morning, I woke up at 2 in the morning and I never could fall back asleep. And so I think finally at about 3:45, I just got up because I was tired of laying in bed and not being comfortable and not falling asleep, and my mind was just kind of thinking of all these things. And I did try my little trick of doing some gratitude and sort of meditation while I was laying there, and that almost sort of I felt like, well, if I'm going to do that, I might as well just get up and do my miracle morning routine and get some coffee to enjoy while I'm doing this. So I got up about 3:45, and Wednesdays are always a busy day for me. I have multiple jobs I go to. I have, this past Wednesday, I had an extra appointment, and then, I have to get my daughter picked up, and we have dance class in the evening. Her class is first, and then I have to run her home and come back in for my class. So it's just a long day. And I was going along, making it okay. I debated about having a cup of coffee or caffeinated tea on the way to dance class with my daughter and decided not to. But then we got home, and I only have about a 5-minute window where I need to turn around and go back again to be able to make it to my class in time. And it was just sort of this what's the term? One thing after another kept happening. My daughter was being really clingy and just wanting to be right next to me, so I couldn't even go to the bathroom. She was like right there wanting to help me get changed. And in the end, what happened was I had my jacket laying over the tub or the sink or something, and I had keys in one pocket and my phone in the other pocket. And I didn't realize she had moved, and she was like right behind me. So I was trying to hurry, thinking, okay, I'm done. I just got to put this jacket on and I'll go. And as I'm putting my arm through the sleeve, well, the heavy phone turns around and whacks her in the face, while, like in the forehead, because she's standing so close to me. So it was just, one of those mom moments where you're like, I give up. I can't do it all. I tried. And, of course she's crying. It hurt. I felt terrible because I wasn't, trying to hurt her or anything like that. And I just knew I was going to need to hold her and console her and get an ice pack and do all these things. And I thought, there's no way I'm going to make it to dance class in time. And I probably still could have made it. And I would have been like 15 or 20 minutes late for the hour class. And I just knew I was already tired, and I was falling down into the hole of martyrdom where I just thought, I can't do anything for myself, and I've done everything for everybody else. Now I can't make it to the one thing I was looking forward to. You know how it goes. At least for me, I could do really good, and then every once in a while I just fall down that slope of pity party, and that was that night. So I ended up not going to dance class. I just stayed home. We had some family time. We got to bed at a decent hour, which that's part of the, downsides to my Wednesday night dance class, is it always means we get to bed later. So then Thursday, I thought, okay, kind of a fresh start. We'll get going with things. And then I kind of got a migraine, and I think I only had 1 cup of coffee. A lot of days I end up having 2. First one, 5 in the morning, and then my second one around 9 or 10. I think I switched to decaf for the second cup, and I got about 3 sips in, and it just suddenly was obvious that I was going to be getting a headache, or at least, at the most a headache, at the least, no, what am I trying to say? A headache or a migraine. I don't know. Anyway, so I just took it easy and kept trying to figure out if I needed water, if I needed electrolytes, if I needed caffeine. You know, if you've ever had migraines, everybody's different, I'm sure. Mine have only been kind of in the last like 5 to 10 years that I started getting them. And as I've aged in, you know, I don't know, whatever, for whatever reason, now I get them more often than I used to. At the most once a month, and it's usually around either extreme fatigue and or my cycle. Sometimes it's at the start, sometimes it's at the end, but it's typically hormone related. This time it wasn't. I think it was just the extreme fatigue. So anyway, Thursday, I just sort of realized about, 10 o'clock in the morning, I thought I'm going to be good to just get through the day, and all those ideas I had of a really busy, productive day and checking things off my list, it just suddenly felt like I don't think any of that's going to happen and I don't care. So, I guess it's just one of those things. We all have times like that. Like I said, it was just kind of a roller coaster week. I will say that I managed to do my meal prepping Monday evening, and I made a crustless quiche, and I was excited about it because it was something a little different from my my quiche or my omelet, prep kits that I was eating. And I thought, well, this will be even easier because I just have to warm up my one little slice. But then I think I overcooked it because I was trying to make sure the middle was set, and so it was just kind of dried out, and I think I used too much bacon, or the bacon was too salty, so it's kind of on the salty side. So all week I've been sort of just hurrying up and eating it in the morning just to get it done because I don't want to waste this whole quiche that I made. But that was disappointing that it didn't turn out good. I'll try again, and now that I know some tweaks to make, hopefully the next time it'll taste better. But it was just one of those things, I tried so hard and I went through the effort of making it and had all these high hopes, and then it sort of bombed. But anyway, so my food and meal prep went okay. I still ate my salad with chicken, and I added a hard-boiled egg to that for my lunches. And I think adding that hard-boiled egg really helped because I was using my MyFitnessPal app, and every day I was having a hard time getting all the protein in, and adding an egg, a hard-boiled egg, really has helped with my protein level. So I think that's kind of helped everything overall. So for next week, now that we're into March, I'm going to keep it going. I feel better. I definitely still have a long way to go, but I weighed myself this morning and yesterday. Yesterday I was 179 or so, and this morning I was 178. So I started out at 185, and I've gone down to, I'm going to say, at least 179. So that's a good 6-pound loss. That's plenty for 1 month. Now, like I mentioned, I really just need to work on keeping that activity level going. So I have, one form of exercise per day, which the last couple days it hasn't happened. Between no dance class and a migraine yesterday, it hasn't happened. So, maybe this weekend I'll just try to get out and walk. Although I think we're supposed to have, a low of 1 degree and a high of 20 degrees or something. But anyway, I'll do my 7-minute app or something. But it's, I guess I wanted to recap by saying that this whole process and going through this month of 1, focusing on self-care, 2, focusing on healthy eating and, exercise, and then 3, focusing on my sleep, and 4, focusing on my affirmations and meditations and just general wellness has helped. It's given me some hope back that I can do it, I can keep going, and like I mentioned a few videos ago, whether or not I have all kinds of support or it's just me and I'm just figuring it out and I write it in my journal and I share a little bit with you, I can do it. So that part has been extremely great about this challenge or this focus for the month. I hope you found some benefit to it as well. Please drop in the comments down below if you have. I'd love to hear any positive stories or feedback from your experience of trying to focus a little bit more on some self-care. And I guess let me know too if you feel like this is something we should do again sometime, maybe as we're getting into the summer, or I don't know, if I just feel like it. I could possibly keep it going through March, but I don't know. You know, I have some other videos planned too, so we'll see. But I just want to thank you so much for joining me along and checking out my journey as we've gone through the month, and hopefully I've given you some ideas or some inspiration or some motivation, something to say, you know, let's make every day a little bit better. Let's do one thing. That's kind of always my motto lately, is declutter one thing, do one thing, just something to make today a little bit better than yesterday. So thanks again for joining me. Feel free to drop me a comment down below, hit the like button if you liked this series and enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe so you can catch my next couple of series and videos coming out. I have some new things planned for March, and I'm keeping up with a few others that I'm finishing for February, so you can check all that out. And I have lots of playlists on decluttering and cleaning and self-care and wellness, so hopefully those will be interesting to you as well. Thanks, have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.